Do I get to do that?
Like once or twice.
Yeah!
This is my Fox Body Mustang! My Mustang is best Mustang because I been out of Rite Aid after stealing my father's identity to score Percocet! My Fox Body is best Fox Body because mine is a cowl induction hood with nothing underneath it! My Fox Body is best Fox Body because mine has a half cage in the rear. I make my elderly mother sit in the back with no helmet. I can't wait to inherit her house. Yo, my pony car is best pony car because I have 373 rear gearing, which makes my 5.0 go. My 5.0 is best 5.0 because I have bigger injectors and a race pump that makes it go. I have more displacement than the 4.6 modular, which means I'm better. Don't call me a Windsor block. I'm not a reanimated dinosaur from the early 60s. I'm a completely new engine. Vanilla Ice rapped about me. I'm not dun 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 dun. I'm dun 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 dun. My Fox Body is the best Fox Body because mine is the final facelifted version. Ignore the fact I'm a Malaise-era American car from 1979. I'm fresh! My headlights are molded. The double bubble dash is gone. No triple vertical taillights. I'm so far removed from the original design, the car community doesn't refer to me as a Mustang. I prefer to be called Foxbody. Thank you. And you can win this race-prepped 1990 Fox Body Mustang 5.0. Go to whynotyogear.com, buy a mug, digital download, and get entered to win this ice white Fox Body. Click the link in the description and enter this giveaway for the holidays because Fox Bodies, specifically the final facelifted 1987 to 1993 models, are disappearing, and clean ones like this are commanding perplexing bids at auctions. But why? Third-gen Mustangs weren't revolutionary or even unique. Ford's Fox Body platform was used to make the Ford Fairmont, Durango, Granada, LTD, Mustang, Thunderbird, Mercury Zephyr, Cougar, Mach-E, and Capri, and the Lincoln Continental, and the Mark VII. Ford's part sharing was atrocious. When the Mustang got an airbag, people were like, oh, the future! But Ford only had one steering wheel with a airbag. The pillow wheel. Yay, it's 1990, I just bought a Mustang! But I'm grabbing a Windstar minivan steering wheel, which is the same as an F-150 steering wheel, which is the same as the Crown Vic, which is the same as the Taurus, and the 5.0. Oh man, here we go. There's nothing new about the 5-liter because it's just a 302. This is one of the longest running engines in American history, going all the way back to 1960, well really one with the 260. This is the best version of it when it finally had fuel injection. You see, under this, under the intake plenum, under all the accessories, it's still this. This is the same block. Oh, but it's not a roller motor. Oh, but it had this lift in the duration. Oh, but it had these type of valves on it. Oh, the headers are different. Even in its day, there was nothing really revolutionary about the Ford small block. The fluid dynamics, I argue, of the Chevy small block, the Chevy 350, is way better than the 302. I know Leno said this, but the closest thing to a 302 is really the Chevy 327. But when you come back here to the 5.0, they were trying to hide the fact that they were just rewarming an engine from the 60s deep into the 90s. And it didn't end here with the Mustang, even though this was done in 93. This engine was still being manufactured in trucks and other things with different intakes on them. So why are these so expensive now? Ignore nostalgia. I mean, that's part of the reason, of course, but it's not the whole reason. A 1987 to 1993 Mustang Fox Body is desirable because of its looks. This 87 to 93 aero design smoothed all the angular body lines. Gone were the sealed beam headlights, louvers, unnecessary fins, quarter panels,
All of those insipid callbacks to the golden 1960s that never were. The Aero design Fox Body Mustangs killed the malaise era. Hello 1990s. Hello computers. Say hello to my mass airflow sensor. You can take your cup holder and cup these nuts. I don't have one. Climb in me, and your job is only to drive. Race me. And that was the Fox Body's flaw. Well, okay, that's different. The Fox Body's flaw, being it that it was a cheap part spin construction, became the indirect selling point today. Because you could swap Ford performance out of Mustangs so easily, and if stuff broke, you could just take parts off of Fairmonts and it all just fit. And the Mustang was small. And it was also cheaply built, but that meant it was sold cheaply, and it was cheap on the used market in the late 90s and early 2000s. And so every grassroots racer had a Fox Body project in their garage or their yard where it rotted away. Then in the late 2000s, those rotted Fox Body bodies, the ones that were, rust-free, well, they got bent over by General Motors LS engines.
And then LS engines with turbos.
And they spun out and wound up back in the fields from whence they came. So looks, combined with scarcity, creates demand. But now 2023 is a few weeks away, and electric swaps are the new clickbait. So where does that leave old Fox McCloud here? Well, it's in a new place of reverence and rediscover. What you're to do with a Fox Body now is just enjoy it for what it was in its prime, a race-ready sports car which saved the Mustang when Ford was about to replace it with the Probe. It drives like you think it does. A small car with a big engine. And this one has aggressive rear gearing, so if you're drift inclined, well, it does that job very well. It's put together with legacy parts that still can be obtained from Summit Racing. Every shop from Sacramento to Scranton knows how to work on a Windsor block. Drive it and enjoy it for its moment in history. It was powered by old technology, dressed in a futuristic frame. This particular Fox Body is unique. It was clearly built to race, but its body is straight and there's no race damage. So what would have happened here? It has a short throw shifter, aggressive rear end, and bigger injectors. There might have been forced induction under this hood in the form of a supercharger or procharger, and these stock wheels are untouched. So I'm guessing it had steelies on when it raced for how much racing it really did. But the body isn't cut and it's not tubbed out in the rear. So I doubt this was a drag car. And most likely this was a gentleman's track car, because if this was a dedicated drag car, it may have had a full cage, not a half cage. So this was something that you were able to drive on the street. I mean, legally, it is street legal, but you have safety equipment here for when you do take it to a track. So maybe that makes it one of the best Fox Bodies that ever existed. It's a Fox Body project that was finished. And thank you to comedian Ian Fidance for joining us on this episode. Follow him on Instagram, iAnimal69.
69 Mustang!
69.
69.
69.
69.
69.
69.
And listen to his podcast, Bein' Ian, on iTunes, and his side project, Bye Guys. Enter this giveaway, and someone is going to have a very happy holidays when they win this cool as ice Fox Body. Who's it going to be? WhyNotYouGear.com.
So, rolling in my 5.0 with my rag top down so my hair can blow. The girlie's on standby waving just to say hi. Did you stop? No, I just drove by. Kept on pursuing to the next stop. I busted a left and I'm headed to the next block. The block was dead, yo, so I continued to A1A Beachfront Avenue. Girls were hot wearing less than bikinis. Rockman lovers driving Lamborghinis. Jealous cause I'm out getting mine. Shade with a gauge and vanilla with a 9. Ready for the chumps on the wall. The chumps acting ill because they're full of 8-ball. Gunshots rang out like a bell. I grabbed my 9. All I heard were shells. Falling on the concrete real fast. Jumped in my car, slammed slammed on the gas. Bumper to bumper, the avenue's packed. I'm trying to get away before the jackers jack. Police on the scene, you know what I mean. They passed me up, confronted all the dope fiends. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.
So hair can
That's
blow.
all in Ice Ice Baby?
Like there's a gun. I don't remember
Whoa,
a gun battle.
I
Really
don't
happening.
any of
remember.
that.
Yeah, I want to say
What?
like they probably had like
That was a
radio
violent
edit.
song.
Yeah.